What's up, guys? So if you're anything like me, you're kind of sick and tired of seeing these how to use advanced tips on single units in the game. So their videos are like how to use HOG RIDER and win, and they show you how to use HOG RIDER or how to use skeletons, advanced tips and tricks on these things. And they give you these one-on-one examples of how to use these units. Not practical at all. You have to actually go into a live game here and show off how you're using these units. So we're going to demonstrate a lot of different ways that you can win with HOG RIDER. We're going to use the kind of famous HOG freeze. So this deck here is a kind of HOG rush. You see, we're going to throw our HOG out just normally, like casually, nonchalant. He counters really well with the barbarians there. So we end up going counter that. He misfires with his arrows. So we're going to get a little bit of damage there. You don't win with just one card in our deck. So we're throwing out some goblins. The goblins are going to get to the tower. They're going to get a couple hits in thanks to the minions they're distracting. So again, you do not win with just one card. You cannot win the game just with the HOG RIDER. You need to build cards around the HOG RIDER and work together. So he's using the HOG freeze combination right there. A good counter to that is having a lot of low-costing units. And then a good counter to having the low-costing units is, as he showed there, the arrows right there will definitely take care of everything. So he wasted his arrows, or I should say used his arrows. So now we can go ahead and push with a minion horde and a HOG and some goblins. And now we have a zap as well. So you'll notice that we're going to zap there to finish that off just in case. And that's how you win with the HOG right there. We waited for an opening. He used up his arrows. We were able to go get a nice push with the HOG and the minion horde together. So this again is a minion or a HOG rush deck. At this point, you're going to probably want to go for two. This deck is not very defensive. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the left there. And once again, he threw out his arrows already. So we can go. Our minion horde was not ready. So if our minion horde was ready, if we waited a little bit longer, we could have dropped our minion horde there. Great counter to the minion horde is the zap spell there. He's going to freeze. So we're going to drop skeletons. And then right after we drop the goblins, zap right in the middle to get rid of both of those guys. And as you can see, we did a lot of damage on the left tower there. We're waiting to see when he uses his arrows. And we have a nice big push there. So we're going to throw that out. And then so he throws his arrows out. Now we're going to throw our horde out. The horde is going to take care of everything else just like before. We're going to zap over there. So a combination of using all those cards together. It's not just simply the HOG that wins the match for you. And the Musketeer will end up winning the match for us right there. And if the Musketeer did not win the match for us, we would use the Toxic spell to do damage to the tower there. So that's like a HOG rush deck. We don't have freeze spell in this deck, but that's how you use the HOG there. You wait. We have minion horde. We use that together with arrows. When they've used their arrows, use the HOG minion horde together. Have the zap spell to back things up. Let's go show you a HOG freeze deck. Actually, so no, this is a HOG rage deck. And you'll notice that, again, it's very, very light on troops. We only have 3 troops in this entire deck. This is a very, very interesting combination. Again, no freeze spell here, so you can play HOG RIDER without freeze. Freeze HOG is not the only combo. Freeze HOG is actually a very easy counterable combo, and if you do counter it, you're down 8 elixir, and that gives for a big counter push. Again, with the HOG 2, you want to make sure that you get him up to at least level 4. And this is live gameplay here, so this is none of those, let's go show you how to do it just one-on-one in a simulated situation. We are actually live playing with our decks. We may not win every time. It comes out to a lot of little things, so we don't really have an answer for this setup here. We're going to hold off just a second. And then now we're going to fireball the barbs since he threw out the arrows there. So we took a little bit of damage in that situation. But we had a pretty bad draw for his cards there. So at this point, he's dropping out Collector. We're able to get a little mini push here. So Hog with some Spear Gobs in the back. We're going to go up there and zap his guys. I do remember that he had an arrow, I think. So you can see we're doing a lot of damage with our Hog right there. At this point, we have our Skeleton Army to counter these guys. There's his arrow, so we can now drop our Horde down, and the Horde's going to give us a nice defensive push come off here. Unless he has another arrow fireball type thing, we're going to drop our arrows up there, clear that stuff out, and now going to zap so we can get some damage from the minions and the Spear Gobs there. And he gives us the well played, because of course that was really well played. Spear Goblin takes that hut down, or the tower down, and now we have the 1-0 advantage here. He's got 2 collectors over there. This is one of my favorite combos for attacking. With the Hog is the Skeleton Army in the back, and then the Hog up front. Sadly, he actually does have arrows right now, so we're going to rage that. And you'll notice, if the skeletons get up there, they're going to do a ton of damage. They got deflected by the barbs and the whatchamacallums, the archers. But if they were to get up there, they can do a massive amount of damage. So there's his arrows. So that's what we're looking for. And now we're going to go and zap this. And you're going to see the skeletons do a ton of work on his tower there. Tons of work there. With this kind of Hog rush deck, we're going to drop those guys in the back. We definitely need to take down 2 towers. You kind of need to know your deck. He should put a collector up front. The Hog will finish it there with the zap, and that is all she wrote. Throw the rage over the just in case. But you can see this is a Hog rage deck. Didn't work out as well. We didn't get the rage on the skeletons. So we'll do one more raid here. And then we'll go and show you the kind of famous, infamous Hog freeze combo that you can use. Again, Hog is a great offensive card, but it's only really good if you can get it up to level 4 or level 5. You don't really want to use a Hog deck until you've got it past level 3, because otherwise it's just really, really weak. So he might be doing a Hog freeze deck or just a Hog rush deck. Good shot with the arrows. They're taking everything down. Sometimes you run into people that don't even have arrows, and that's just a godsend. So what we're going to do here is we have one of my favorite combos. We have the Hog Skeleton Army. So we're going to drop the Hog and then the Skeleton Army right there. We're going to zap that since he did drop a bomber. That will get a few hits on the PEKKA, not as much. We're going to have to fireball. We're going to wait until they get close to the cross section because he's going to bring out more troops, as you saw there. Bring the Spear Goblins in the back. And we kind of have to give up a lot of damage on our tower here. That tower might actually go down. Yep, tower went down there. So it's okay. You're not going to win every single match. Like, we have a shot at winning this match for sure. The match is not over by any stretch of the mean. Building out some more energy here. And we have no troops whatsoever, so we have to go over here. That's not a very good counter to the Hog, the bomber. So the Hog is going to probably take that tower almost down. We should have actually placed the Spear Goblins a little bit more in the center, so that was a bad placement on my part. We'll drop those guys. And we'll go ahead and get our hog over there to finish off that tower. The PEKKA's not going to do anything there. And we're going to go through. See, we should have waited just a second, but we were full on energy already. At this point, it's going to be very, very tough for us. We don't really have an answer, so we had to use a zap. And let's rage it up there. And he's going to take us down. Well played there. You'll notice that a lot of people do use the hog freeze combo. So let's go show off hog freeze combo here. Good game, good game. So we have a hog freeze combo here. And again, the same type of thing is to only really use the freeze spell as either a defensive mechanism or at the very end. Because if you use a hog and a freeze spell that's 8 elixir down and they don't attack any units, it's going to give them a big, massive counter push. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. Love to hear from you guys. At this point, we're doing a mini push with that Musketeer randomness. He doesn't seem to have arrows yet. He hasn't thrown them. Interesting. So this might be a battle where we... Nope. He's just really, really slow on his arrow fire there. He might have been completely out of elixir. And if that's the case, if he was completely out of elixir, let's go do a little hog push now that we have it. So he had enough elixir. We either gave him time to build up, or he psyched us out there. And the goal of like this hog freeze deck is kind of to defend your one tower, and then at the end get your hog freeze combo off, take it down. Because we don't want to give them that 8 elixir advantage. So at this point, we're going to drop the hog on the other side. Bring him into the center. So we totally countered that giant skeleton there. And again, our plan is to play defensively. I think that's what a lot of people don't do correctly with the hog freeze combo, is they play very, very offensively. And with how I see the hog freeze combo is that you want to win a 1-0 match. So he's using hog freeze there. He's giving us exactly what we told you not to do. He's giving us a huge, massive counter push against him. So he was able to counter that push with the arrows because all those guys were weakish. Once again, hog freeze. So he's leaving himself completely open to our counter hog freeze. Oh, sadly. He takes it down. And he ends up beating us there. So well played there, stuffing our hog freeze. And you can see that's what I talk about, the counter push. He had the right answer because all our troops are small, small, small. So the counter to our defenses is the arrows. So we used like 6 elixir there, dropped everything. So what I may need to do is to swap out the spear gobs for the archers who won't die in one arrow shots. That may help out the deck quite a bit there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, share the video. And yeah, let's get rid of these kind of how to use these units in a simulated environment. Let's see some actual gameplay, guys.